Do, 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 do. I think we're live. Ooh, difficulties. Hello, everybody. Welcome. We are Felicia and Tiger. Wait, trying to figure this stuff out.
We just finished eating dinner, so apologies.
Oh, yeah.
If you've not used one before, it's very interesting using an induction cooktop.
Hi, Simply Debbie. Dr. Turtle, thank you. Hello. Yep, we are. Sorry, we are late. I need to eat dinner. Yes, sir.
Oh, please feel free. Let us know what you're having, though. I need ideas.
We cooking we cook rice and
We?
I'm sorry. We cooked rice and what was it, rotisserie chicken?
Yeah, basically chicken and rice
Oh yeah,
with onions and carrots and celery.
it was pretty good. That guy's not gonna lie, it was good.
Oh, if ever I'm on here and my hands are bandaged, it's because he thinks it's okay to bump through the
Yeah,
kitchen while I have there.
yeah.
Debbie and I roam these streets together. That's funny.
That's sweet. So what we've been up to? We picked up our RV. We're sitting in our RV,
Yes, welcome.
our home. We got little cabinets and
Yeah,
one
that's it.
end. We could talk about the little cabinet itself in there a little bit, but yeah, we're gonna do a tour of the RV here soon, and we're figure things out. We picked up the RV last Monday.
Tuesday.
No, Monday. Tuesday, Monday. We picked it up Monday in New Jersey. Drove it home to Maryland. Tuesday we packed everything we could in here, and then Wednesday we got on the road down to Louisiana, and we donated our child to family. Unpacked.
We were there for Linnea Faye's 8th birthday.
Happy birthday! Yeah, we had a little birthday for Linnea. Linnea is 8 years old. Uh, but yeah, we had like a little double birthday for her and our son Joshua. They had the birthday the same week. Uh, my mom's birthday was on Friday as well. So we drove down there from Maryland down to Louisiana. Got there in a couple of days. Spent the day getting everything prepped for our next trip and had a birthday party. And then Saturday we took a couple of days to get to Athens, Texas, is where we're at right now. Athens, Texas is an NRVTA schoolhouse. They had an expo where all these techs and inspectors. I'm registered inspector and tech, RV tech, right? So a little expo, and they teach and talk about different things in the business. Just like any other boring expo you might go to. So we've been here Sunday. We're still here. We're going to be here for a little bit. We're actually going to spend Thanksgiving here tomorrow. They're having a nice turkey dinner down at the clubhouse or no
Schoolhouse.
the schoolhouse. So somebody's going to attempt to make some Cajun dirty rice.
I'm not going to justify that or dignify that with any kind of response right now, more than the one I already have. um, so, again, not being prepared for. I had things for us. for a Thanksgiving meal, just a quick dinner for us. But when they put out a sign up sheet for anybody that was staying through the week that wanted to participate, there is a clubhouse that has a full kitchen that anybody can use, but apparently the clubhouse has been reserved by one or more families. And as of tomorrow morning at like 8 o'clock, it's off limits.
Yeah,
Um,
reserved. So there's people in there today and right now cooking and prepping because it's easier to cook in a full kitchen than it is in their RVs.
right. So today's adventure was, can I cook chicken and rice and actually make the rice tender enough to taste like it's cooked before I end up trying to make rice dressing or anything else like that. So again, like I said, for those of you who haven't used induction cooktop, I don't think it's a bad thing. I'd never used one before. We had to get the pan specific for it. We were able to find those on our stop at Walmart right before, like literally a few minutes before getting here. I cooked, what do you call it? I made eggs this morning using, there's two different settings on it.
Yep.
Anyway, if you want more information about that, I'll let you know. I won't bore you with all the weedy details, but made breakfast on it first time this morning, made dinner on it, and so far so good. So I just have to get used to the temperature and watch it really, really closely. You can't leave it.
Yeah, we never used anything like that before. So it's got some challenges in here for sure. We ran into a problem. We had a nice big rainstorm yesterday. No,
Monday.
Monday.
Mm-hmm.
So nice big rainstorm, and then yesterday, during the expo and stuff, Felicia was going to come back and take care of Buddy, and it's towards the end of the expo, so she skipped out. She played hooky for a few sessions, and
There were no spouses session at that point. It was mostly members only. So I
yeah,
decided, instead of taking my nap there, I came back here to take a nap with Buddy. But the weather was atrocious.
yeah. Hopefully everybody can hear us just fine.
Some of the I don't know. The weather was bad. I got wet.
Oh yeah.
Even with an umbrella, it was horrible. Shoes are still wet. Clothes were wet. Buddy was fine until I opened the door and he thought, "Oh, I'm gonna go outside." He went outside, which meant he kind of knocked me back from the step, and then all the ice cold water that was pouring out of the sky and off the RV went straight down the back of my shirt. Very, very surprising, not unexpected.
Woke her right up.
Yeah. Didn't need a nap after that. But then when he realized what was going on, he hid under the little patio table outside that we had set up. But everything outside was drenched, and just came in, changed clothes, lied down, take a nap. He gave me a little wine, and then before, not drinking wine, but a little buddy noise, and then before I knew it, he had jumped up in the bed and gave a deep sigh, like, "Oh, finally not alone and somebody else here." And then he hopped off and went back on the floor like he's supposed to. So that was our Monday adventure. Tuesday was the last day of the event. I left probably right after lunch again. There were no spouse classes because they did have some breakouts in between, but some of the instructors that were supposed to come for the spouses didn't show up. One had COVID, one had another issue. There were a couple of different things that they had mentioned throughout the day.
Yeah.
And this was my first time being at this type of event at the Low Red Schoolhouse, and so I just decided, okay, there were things that I needed to do, and I didn't need to kind of sit through some of what they were discussing at that point. I felt like I had gotten the benefit from the things that I had participated in up to that point. So I came back, and Buddy and I started putting laundry away, and by Buddy and I put Buddy away first. I found a way to hook him to the back firebox just to let him get some fresh air, but not be in my way the entire time as I was trying to clean through the cabinets, organize some things. So I got through the clothes and medicine and some of the food and some of the drawers, and then I thought, oh wait, let me go to the cab the over the cap cabinet, the one that Lynn showed you, or Tiger showed you a second ago.
Yeah, that right there with the plastic bin.
Yeah. So the plastic bin was in there before, but everything to the right of the plastic bin was where I started taking things out, and I thought, oh, um, this jacket feels a little damp. Oh, this blanket feels a little damp. Oh, this box of tampons is soaking wet and about to fall apart. Um, so I quickly pulled everything else out to see if I could see what was going on. We had not used the shower here. We've been using the bathhouse here, where didn't have any liquids up there. That was just important paperwork, extra blankets, jackets, and some of the things that we brought that we weren't quite sure if we needed them or not, and we just tucked as much as we could there. The cabinet next to it is enclosed, if you will. So there was nothing, thankfully, that had leaked into that because that, well, those were towels and then additional bathroom supplies, toilet paper and
Yeah.
whatnot, which would have been a disgusting mess had that gotten wet and dissolved all in the drawer. Um, so then I messaged this one here to let them know, hey, we have a problem. And tried to figure out, okay, what are our next steps aside from drying everything out. And luckily, the sun was out yesterday, so I was able to put out the majority of the wet things and try to get as much as I could dried, so we wouldn't have to go and use the washers and dryers, which they're available, so it's great. But yeah, it was definitely great that the sun was out because Buddy was okay hanging out. I didn't. If it had been raining and miserable, one, I probably wouldn't have done that type of cleaning, and then to try to organize because with all of us in here, or even just Buddy and I in here, it's not a lot of room. He wants to be where you're at, and when you try to climb over him, half the time he's on the seat, so it's still a little challenging trying to figure it all out. But got everything out, dried off as best as I could, and waited. For Lynn to try to find somebody at an RV school with RV techs and inspectors,
That's the
including one
bonus.
that could take a look and try to help us figure out what was going on.
Yeah. So the good thing about being here at this expo is everybody that's here is a tech, an inspector, and everything else, and somebody's bound to have tools. I didn't bring any of my tools with me. I didn't have any supplies, nothing, because we packed what we could and trying to figure everything else out. We're gonna head back, and then that'll be a different story when we go back to get the rest of our stuff from storage and figure out what we're going to keep or not. But so I found two people that were not hauling out of here. Right after the expo or the day, and
So Ramon and Sabrina, thank you very much.
yep, thank
Maybe
you
one
very
day
much.
you'll see our channel, and aside from our just effusive thank yous for taking the time out to come and take a look last night, knowing it was too late to do anything about it, and then today they went out of their way to try to go to Camper World to get supplies. It was closed for
Yeah,
the holiday, so they
some
had to
sealant
they had to
and
drive an hour or so away to try to get supplies to come back and help fix what was going on.
yeah.
Um,
So basically, the sealant on the ceiling
the
on the
roof.
roof, they didn't use.
Excuse me.
Didn't
Sorry.
use. This is not you know it wasn't enough sealant on the roof that covered all the spaces. I
Well,
guess the crack, or what do you want to call
let's roll back just a second. So the RV itself is a box. It's panels that were put together and held together by whatever sealant, like foam insulation, holding the parts together.
Yeah, it has these little black trims that
That's on the outside.
like caps, right?
Right. On the inside, which you can see is sort of how everything is like just butted together, and you can see the foam, the insulation, whatever you
Yeah,
want to call it, the glue that's holding
very
everything.
thick panels that are for Four Seasons. It's all bonded together with super type of glue. I don't know, but the 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 intrusions, the different things need to be sealed, to help prevent water from seeping in under the cracks or screws and things like that. But
So we reached out to our guys at Nomad and said, "Hey,
thank you there, Turtle. Yeah, yeah. Please hit the like and subscribe if you have not. I greatly help us.
So we reached out to our points of contact at Nomad, and they suggested that it might be the clearance lights, the yellow lights on the front of the vehicle. So when Ramon and Sabrina came over, I let them know, hey, this is what was suggested. Again, we don't. There's not a ladder on the vehicle, and we didn't bring one with us because again, it was just a quick, hey, let's get here, let's do this, then we'll go back and take a little more time to make sure we've got everything that we need. So Sabrina got up there first and I asked for a towel to kind of dry the area. Of course, the first throw it landed on the ground with the wind, and then I got her the towel, and she dried everything that she could to look for any holes, any gaps, anything that she could see. I believed that it was coming from the right side because that's where the majority of the water had been absorbed into things on the right side. There was some water on the left, but that may have rolled off of some of the things. Like we had some quite a few things in plastic, thankfully. So not everything on the left was wet, but everything on the right was. And we're pretty level, so I didn't think it was rolling, everything rolling from the left. I
Yeah, we
felt that
don't
it was something on the
know.
right side, just me. So she got up there and I mentioned the lights. She looked at those and she said the seal around that was great. She didn't see anything different. I pointed to the camera as a suggestion. She looked there, she dried things off. And when she took the pictures and she showed them to me later, she showed me where the dust and dirt looked like they were bubbling up and could get inside. So she saw a couple of pinhole things that could have potentially caused the issue. um, Ramon took a look at the things that the pictures that she had taken care of, or that she had taken while she was on the roof, and they kind of talked about solutions. And he had showed some areas that maybe had a wider strip of um, foam sealant, whatever you want to call it, in certain places, but it wasn't consistent throughout.
Yeah,
Is basically what they said. So not that it was there just wasn't consistency and there was some dimpling and more pinholes that they
pinholes.
noticed that
Yeah.
she didn't think that was the issue in one spot because of where we were getting the water, but couldn't be sure. um, so again, no matter it was great, said, hey, just if you can get somebody to fix it, let us know, we'll take care of it. They never haven't had that issue. They didn't think it was coming from the panels because they haven't seen that. That's why they assumed that it was from the lights. um,
So it wasn't the light, but
No, because they did get up there and she said she could see where that was sealed appropriately, so she didn't believe it was that. But whether it's the camera, and we can't tell from the inside whether it was above the wood of the ceiling, whether it was started below that. The wood itself of the ceiling that continues into that cab
yeah, we don't know how it was
did
getting
not
in.
look like it was wet. Didn't feel like it when Ramon stuck his arm in because he's a lot taller than I am and he was able to reach. I couldn't. Um, and so it appeared it was just the metal and everything that was in that particular area. Again, I checked all the other things that I could around it, and I couldn't find anything else. So once I dried it up, and again, it wasn't anything like a steady drip or leak. When Sabrina was on the roof, she did see water that was pooled, and if she wiped it, it went off, but you couldn't tell that
Well,
say it was coming from like a whole bunch of water sitting or anything like that. So I think because the storm was coming from every which way, it's a possibility that it just forced its way
yeah,
in. And if I wouldn't have cleaned out the cabinet, we wouldn't know.
not too
Have
late.
known. Mm-mm.
Yeah, they said that it might. Yeah, after they were done sealing everything up and going through everything, it might have been the camera. The camera had a gap in it. The rubber thing wasn't all the way, like the camera and the gasket or whatever that wasn't flush with the RV. So they were able to get the silicone, some silicone and whatnot in there, and I guess the wire on the top there, they were able to get that sealed too. So there's a couple other things they'll take care of, but yeah, as far as the Nomad RV, I mean, we're still happy with it. It is a hiccup. This is our dry run, or what do they call it?
Well, this is our wet run
Wet
apparently,
run,
but
apparently. Yeah, but yeah, we're figuring it out. We got a few more days. I don't know if it's going to rain anymore, but
we wanted to do everything we could to make sure that it was okay and that we could go the next route. Again, Ramon and Serena said that they could do, they could reseal the whole roof to make sure that if there was anything they didn't that they didn't see or whatever, just to
yeah,
make it consistent. And I asked that they go ahead and do that just to be on the safe side. And because we didn't want to have to turn around and go back to New Jersey to take it to Nomad RV, not knowing the weather
yeah.
between here and there, and we could do more damage. Again, not knowing if that would actually resolve the issue. So we wanted to make sure that everything had a chance to dry out. They finished a little late this afternoon. The sun was out, but it's kind of cold, windy. So we just wanted to give it enough time to cure, if you will, before we do any kind of spot testing or put any other water up there to see if anything comes
Next
through.
rainstorm.
Right. Well, we'd like to know before that, but if hopefully this resolves the issue and
Yeah, but it was a lot of rain. It was a lot of rain there Monday.
for about an hour while we were under tornado watch, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
that I think ended up more in the Wildwood Spring
Houston
area.
area. Excuse me.
Yeah, so that's been part of our adventure. Rolling out of bed to run to the bathhouse.
To go potty or
It was really
take a
cold this
shower.
morning. It was
We got
early
a hiccup.
40s. And so,
Oh,
yeah,
oh, the
so our
walk buddy.
first, well, yeah, to walk buddy in the dark, and he wants to rip my shoulder out of the socket. He's not used to being around a lot of dogs. He's familiar with Agatha.
That's it.
For the most part, yeah. So here, when he sees the other dogs, he immediately goes on guard and he wants to.
You had the one dog that came running. You said,
Yeah, so there was a smaller dog. I can't think of what kind of dog it was. Black and white dog. It's not a corgi, but it was a little bigger than that. I don't know. I don't know what kind of dog. Not our dog. Pulled the leash away from its owner, who was walking two dogs at the time, and it was running straight for us. And I thought it didn't look vicious. It just looked like, oh, hey, there's somebody else to play with. Didn't even have its mouth open like Agatha does in
yeah,
excitement or
just
anything.
wanted to come play.
But I tried to stand in front of Buddy, and he's like, no, I'm going to stand in front of you. And when the dog saw Buddy's demeanor, the dog turned and hauled ass back to its owner. So they were able to step, and she apologized. She's like, we're friendly. I'm like, we're not. I see that. I'm like, not because we don't want to be, but so Buddy did his job. Just worried that if, he were to get out,
yeah,
and we don't want any of that. So there's a lot of other dogs around here. There's a lot of big dogs around us, and their owners walking them on separate sides of the street, because the same thing, they're barking and trying to get at each other. And Buddy was nosy enough to want to go and see what was going on, so I had to lug his 100+ pound butt back in the other direction. So
it's I mean, the owners are with their dogs and stuff. They're doing everything right for the most part. I mean,
yeah, I mean, that it was not an issue as far as that, and that was an accident. It could have happened to any of us because they're quick. Apparently, I was doing something and I turned around and Buddy had bolted.
are the dogs.
Buddy went after him. He was going to go to the bathroom, and
me.
Before I could put Buddy on his leash to go to our walk while Lynn was going to the bathroom, Buddy said, "No, I'm going with Dad," and I'm like, "No." So
yeah.
I had to
But
bring him
he
back.
likes to be by my side. But yeah, I had to go to the bathroom, trying to rush it, and he was not going to let me go without going with me.
Yeah. So then after I got him on the leash, then we had to walk that way because he wanted to follow the path of where his glorious leader was going, and so we kind of walked around that area, and it's a really nice area. It's clean. It's I don't have any complaints. aside from not having a way to get back to the vehicle
Yeah.
when the rainstorm happened, other than just walking the mile or whatever it is back to the vehicle.
It's really nice having an RV park full of techs. You know, everybody's really nice. Everybody's really helpful, and you know, it's a training place. You know, so everybody's learning and figuring things out, and you know, very helpful. And
But you do have instructors and you've got people that
yeah,
have been doing this for a while. So today wasn't, I mean, this week wasn't training. This week was, hey, let's bring back some of the people who started up their businesses and just see, okay, what kind of questions do they have? What kind of things are they concerned about? There were events on marketing and branding and tools
tools,
to track your jobs and to just help maintain your records. There were a
parts,
lot of
and yeah, there's
different,
a lot.
yeah, there were a lot of different events. It wasn't as much educational in my opinion necessarily as it was
It was more informational to help make your job better, easier. Uh, there was some pretty good stuff in there. And if I was doing the more of the tech stuff, I'd be all in and some of the new solutions that they have. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. The whole event's pretty good. You get to meet a lot of new people, catch up with old people that well, people that you know, old friends and stuff that you met from last time. They're all old. No, um, there's a lot of people, and it's all different walks of life. And but everybody is very friendly, very nice. Uh, it I don't know. It's very nice. It's a very nice atmosphere. You feel you feel proud to be part of it. A little exciting.
it's interesting to talk to some of the people. Like in the opening event, the first Sunday night, there was a dinner and kind of opening ceremonies and um, bango, as they called it.
Bango.
So we talked to a couple of different people that were sitting at the table, and it's just interesting to hear the stories, their backgrounds, what they've done compared to what they're trying to do to
Yeah.
determine if this is going to be the life for them, if this is going to be the job for them, or if they have to go to something else. But there are a lot of people that have started it and have way more business than they could have imagined.
Yeah,
And
like there's stories out there like first year he wasn't getting anything, the next year he's got so much business, and apparently it's real good business depending on where you're at too, I guess. Some people are, well, most people they travel full time. Like I have one friend, I think that's all he does is solar, and he's traveling the whole, him and his wife, they travel the whole US, and they do solar. And I think this winter, they're going to be in Florida for like 3 months or something like that, and not even not, they're installing solar and all this. It's not even in an RV. It's for I guess for a cabin out there in the middle of the woods or someplace in Florida. I don't know, but it's very interesting. So, and there's my kid. Would I
um,
rather have taste buds on your hands or your feet? My hands.
Yeah, and as you type that, that's the perfect moment that you have to remember you're in this small little environment, and dogs have no filter. So, Buddy is down here gassing me out. So, I just apologize in advance. He is a very meaty boy,
You're
I'll
very
just say.
meaty.
Yeah.
Yes, a very unique meaty.
So, now, Josh, if you ask Linnea that question, she said her feet. Um, so if you've seen her feet, and just imagine what, yeah. So
Was it the one guy? So yeah, we're in the expo, and you missed this part, but I sat down. And this guy's giving. He's talking about whatever his lesson or lecture was, and he stops right in the middle, like, and pointed to me. He's like, "Dude, you look like the person that carries an axe." And everybody's just sitting there cracking up laughing. He's like, "Sorry, I got ADHD, and I had to ask or say something before I could move on." I was like, It was kind of funny.
So the beard and the whole gnome thing, and looks like you should have the pickaxe because the cartoon, the Christmas cartoon with I can't think of his name now. I'm gonna
Christmas cartoon. Oh, you're talking about the Misfit toys. The
yes, that's what he was talking about because somebody else, I don't know if it was
I didn't know that's what he was talking about. I thought he was just calling me a lumberjack or something. But
no,
the
it was
Misfit
tied
toys.
to the beard
Wow.
beard, but yeah, I have to find his name because I can't think anybody out there.
I don't know if anybody knows.
Island of Misfit toys characters and Yukon Cornelius.
That's it. Yukon Cornelius.
That's why he said, well, I don't know if you can see it, but basically that you needed an axe. So you might not be the right color beard, but yeah,
That's funny.
he was on the Yukon Cornelius
Yeah,
path. So
it's it's been a very enjoyable time here. It was a rush to get to Louisiana. I felt like, but and then we kind of took our time here. It was a little bit more leisure. We weren't on the freeway at all. Well, maybe for a short bit, but it was like all back road highways and stuff like that. I don't know what they call them, routes. I don't know. But it was nice. It was scenic. It made a couple of wrong turns and very, very beautiful countryside. And that's what I enjoy in traveling, I guess.
so at some point you'll put some of that video up as well. So I think we talked
How,
about it before, and I'm not quite sure how long this thing is supposed to go, so I don't want
as
to.
long as we want.
Um, one of the things that we talked about was our last RV's name was Debbie, and we
Oh,
said
Debbie.
we'd
Yep.
let you know about this RV because it wasn't right to call this one Debbie or Debbie 2. It just didn't make sense. So we played around with some names and channel ideas because it's not just Tiger on Fire anymore. So you can save that for another video or you can
Yeah,
share the information.
well,
But
we can share it now. So we're looking, we named the RV Tumbleweed, and we named it Tumbleweed because when
tumbleweeds go
you
where the wind goes.
wherever it goes, right? And that was kind of the concept. We named Debbie because we like calling, saying, "Hey, Debbie did Dallas, Debbie did St. Louis." It was just a play on words and stuff, and we were just trying to figure something else. So yeah, so we called it Tumbleweed, and then we're kind of looking at maybe starting a channel, and we're going to call it Tumbleweeds on Fire because we're both fire, financial independent, retired early people, and we're in Tumbleweed. So we're looking at just doing a channel that is just going to cover the the adventures with Tumbleweed. Is what we're looking at.
Right, so not
So
necessarily a rebranding, but just a little bit of a change to go with the new
yeah,
vehicle, the extra.
it's going to focus more on the travel aspect. Where like this channel's we've been talking about retirement and this, that, and the other. Yeah, so that's going to probably happen here soon. We've been taking a lot of video here and there of our travels and stuff, a bunch of B rolls.
So lots of pictures, lots of videos, because there were just some unique things along the way.
Yeah.
Um,
Thank you, Sue. Yeah, I think we like it too. Tumbleweed. It has a nice ring to it, I think.
so far, tumbleweed, TW. Mm,
Yeah,
Um,
you better there. And you didn't give me a call back today, Turtle. We're planning a get together.
oh,
Ooh, my
okay.
boyfriend and I.
So interesting. Buddy and I will be here, and Tweedledee will be. No, no. You have a puppy. What kind of puppy do you have? Is this brand new?
Yeah, he's got his I don't know what that is. Little white. what do they call it? Pom pom dogs,
Pomeranian. Okay.
Pomeranian. Yeah,
Oh, yeah. So Buddy would definitely have to stay away from a Pomeranian. He might think it's a toy, he might think it's a snack, or he may be terrified because we did buy him a squawking chicken um, along the way and squawked it, and he ran from one side
scared.
and hopped on the bed of the other.
It scared him.
So he
Ah,
didn't like all that noise.
yeah, little rubber
Yeah, he
chickens.
played with it a little bit more today.
I think he
But
was excited with the um,
Sabrina,
Sabrina and
Ramon.
Ramon. Thank
Mhm.
you. I'm horrible with names. He was interested in them, what they were doing up there. But yeah,
Yeah, so Buddy doesn't have a lot of toys because Buddy's primary source of entertainment is jumping on us, dancing with his brother,
bowling us.
and or chewing on things.
He doesn't fetch.
So we don't have a ton of toys for him because Buddy's toys are massive in size. His
The
Godzilla,
ropes.
his rope toys. Yeah,
He likes tug of war. He likes jumping on you. He likes chase. But
he does like to play hide and seek, and he is terrified of the vacuum, so he'll run. But then he does like to be chased. So
it's just a game for him. But yeah, to throw a ball, he'll look at you like you're stupid. Go get it.
he'll
He's,
take it from Agatha if it's close because he wants to be part of it, but that's not really his jam.
yeah, Agatha will go get it, and then Agatha will hand it off to him. Like, here you go.
I got
Make
this for
yourself
you.
useful. Yeah.
I got this for you. Here, so take credit for it.
There's a lot of that.
Yeah. So it's been an adventure. Kind of the where to next is let's make sure we've got the right things in here. Like we may not necessarily need two hammock chairs and a third hammock chair that takes up so much space and is so heavy where we might need like a step stool or a flashlight or some of our own tools.
We'll figure it out.
So there's still some things that we're realizing and paring down and trying to find room for. So it's a learning experience. And right now, while we're close enough to Louisiana and the storage shed, and yeah, so take a little time, go through some things. Everything that we sent down, whether I need a few rocks for protection or anything else, haven't decided. But all those things with family are in Louisiana, and Agatha's in Louisiana, and obviously we can't go that far without Agatha and Buddy. Josh, unfortunately, has tried the RV overnight, and would prefer not to have to spend the night in here again as company. It would be one thing if if he was by himself in here or it was just two people in here, then that would be interesting. Yeah, your puppy taught you how to spoon feed him his dinner today. That is special. Agatha learned how to eat cake off of a fork, and that's how she likes to be fed as well.
And she likes to drink from a bottle of water.
She likes hers fresh and poured straight from the, she'll even hop up in the bathroom and drink it straight from the tap because it's fresh and she can see where it's coming from. But she's not really good about drinking out of a bucket. She will keep her jaw open and swing around and throw it all around. But I think she forgets that once she's got it there, she's supposed to just kind of tilt her head back and swallow, I guess. She's only 2. She hasn't quite figured that out yet. So she didn't drink as much water as she should, which I think is why her nose is always a little dry. But
the reason why she's not with us right now is because she's in the heat cycle. So we got to separate them two. And she's
not me, Buddy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Buddy could be a little uncontrollable. So we took him and made life easy for my kids to watch her.
Well, he's got help down there too. So
she's
got her uncle. She's got her uncles and some family down there to help, and she's got her boy, so she can love up on him, and she's kind of stayed like glued to his side. Still annoying, still wants to bite his arm if he's not petting her the right way or enough or at all.
She's the prime definition of a bull in a china shop. She's
very demanding.
She's rough. She's just in your face all the time.
And she has no freaking clue. She just thinks she's a baby and you should love her.
So on the way down to Louisiana, we had both the dogs with us, and she would, didn't allow the dogs in the bed. I don't know. So they're just kind of, down below here. She would sit there, put her head on the bed, and stare at me like a child staring at their parents sleeping, and just face like right there, and making noises.
She's definitely a diva. Like, oh, did you forget about me? I'm right here. Did you
Can I
mean to
come
call
up?
me up? I don't know what's going on, but I should be up there. I really
She-
should.
She really, no, something we're talking
And
about Agatha.
yes, and this special one decided, what was it, night 1, night 2? He ninja hopped and did a army crawl
Yep.
on the bed in between us, and then no.
Looking for it now.
You see the
Yeah,
bed? Is it time for bed?
you're right.
Um,
He'll climb up in bed and lay it in bed, and like 2 or 3 times. He's constantly moving around at night. He doesn't stay in one spot very long, but he'll jump up and you won't even know he jumped up in bed. He's like a little.
he's
I
a
don't know how
ninja.
he does it, but yeah, little ninja. He is definitely good at it.
He's something else, but
He'll be right next to us and like, why are you so hairy? Oh, it's Buddy.
why are you longer than you were before? Oh no, that's Buddy. Anywho,
Wow, stop licking my ear.
yes, he, because the cabinets are low, not low, but the bed is closer to the cabinet, so there's not much room. So he's found he could snuggle under there at the foot portion of the bed, and as long as nobody has their, have their feet totally stretched out, then you don't notice him right away.
No,
Because somehow, just like our other dog Tanner used to be able to do, this big beast would be able to just like ninja jump, just bounce, and he'd be there, and you'd like, how the hell did you get up there in the first place? And you made no noise. It was just silent. So he does that occasionally.
he's been a good dog though. He's
For the
been
most part,
handling it
he's
well.
been, yeah.
A lot of walks, a lot of I'm not quite sure. He's just having a good time. Trying to figure everything out. It's all new to him too. But we'll see.
So first trip,
Staring at us.
first event.
Yeah, crisis. The shakedown is what I was trying to think of.
Wow.
The shakedown. So everything else has been good for the most part. Just the leak, and hopefully we got that resolved. There's some other things that need to be corrected, but I'll be able to fix that.
The walks are good for diabetes.
Oh yeah,
So,
shoot. Well,
yes, they
lose
are.
weight and Buddy and bending over to pick up his little muffins, and yeah, Buddy likes to go for long walks in the dark.
Where only he can see where he's going.
Yeah, he'll wake me up like 2 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock. I don't know. He'll wake me up and all right, let's go, and then we'll go do that. He's just staring at me like, what? He
Why are
knows
you
we're
telling
talking
all his
about him,
secrets? Stop talking about him.
right?
It's like, can you finish? Look at my eyes. I'm tired.
He is tough.
I've been outside. I've been adventuring all day. You did not want to give me chicken and rice, but I have had some chicken and rice, and now I'm ready for bed.
Yeah, he not eating too much, but he's enjoying
eating.
himself.
He had eggs and some other things today, and he just wasn't interested in his dog food because he had so many other things to taste, to sample.
So
but,
yeah, we'll probably after this, I'll go walk him, and we'll get everything prepped for bed and whatnot, and he's just gonna be a happy camper. So it's been kind of cold here, and luckily the bed is comfortable. The
I've only hit my head 3-4 times trying to figure out how close can I be to try to settle. The paneling does get cold.
Does
Oh yes, because when I turned over at one point last night, my leg touched the touched it without being under the covers. And so, yeah, it does get cold, but we know that the insulation in here is really good because that uh, little black cover under the cabinet is the divider, the pass through between the cab and the body. And when the dogs were going a little crazy and had turned on the heat and had turned on the would you say the wipers,
you forgot about that. I don't know where was that. We had both of them jumped up on the front seat. One is I don't know.
So when we're not in the cab or in the body of Tumbleweed, and if we're not driving, they like to get into the cab to figure out.
Because
so they can see what's going on.
Right. So I guess we were down in Louisiana. They were both in here, and we were at the family's house, and the Linnea is like, "Your lights are going off." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah, apparently they have turned the heat up in the cab full blast. The hazards were going. They knocked a couple of things down. The windshield wipers are doing this.
They've used more features in that day, and I've not driven it. I haven't gotten behind the wheel other than to just sit in it for a second. So they figured it all out. He had to turn it off.
I didn't know how half the stuff what they did. I couldn't figure out how they got the heat going. I mean, and the vehicle was off. So,
but just saying all that to say that there's a huge difference in what you feel in the cab compared to what you feel here, because that kept the heat out. It wasn't until we knew we needed to see what was going on with the lights, but it wasn't until it backed up and then actually opened the flap that you could feel all the heat pouring from the front while we had the AC going on the back. So I think if we were to run the heat, that would be great. We've had the windows open today. We've had the door open today.
Yeah.
I really miss having a screen. So that's something that's coming, but it's taking a little bit longer than the company expected. So the screen would be great because that would stop the two flies that have been driving me nuts all day. But just we have one window open now, and we have the Air Max fan or whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
I don't know what it's called. And it's still really cold in here. So once, everything cools off from dinner, we're able to put leftovers away, clean up pots and stuff, and we can definitely close everything up. But that induction heat top stays warm for a little bit. So I figured it made sense to leave the window open while we did this so that everything would cool off, and we could put everything away quickly.
Yeah, it should get nice and cool tonight.
So as long as it stays fresh, because we don't want to be sweating in here, but to know that we can crank on the heat if we need to, if it does get a little too chilly, I think
we're okay. It's very doable.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, we're alive. We're doing well. Things could be better. Still happy with Tumbleweed. Still happy we got her. We just need to. Hopefully, we don't have any more water leaks, so I'll have to keep up on it. In Louisiana, we didn't plug into power at all. We ran off solar and batteries the whole time and had the AC running full time. So that was nice to be able to have the AC going, and not have to plug into something.
Well, you plugged a fan in too when we were in Louisiana to kind of help circulate the air a little bit better. I think just the way he had the vents, I wasn't getting as much air on the side I was on, but I think he was blocking all that, and the way he had everything I
am a big guy.
The way he had everything angled, I just wasn't getting as much air. Eventually, because it does take a little bit for it to cool off, and it was hot in Louisiana, but it was nice compared to what it usually is. This time of year it was fine. But so I think that's enough.
Okay. You're tired.
I feel like I'm rambling, and there's things to do, like run for a bathroom break and
bathroom break,
get some of the nighttime things taken care of, and
clean up, get ready for bed.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think we'll probably end up ending it here. And I want to thank everybody for joining, and those that watch and catch up later. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up, and I hope to see you guys next time. We are working on some more videos. We'll do some more lives and tell you our wonderful stories or not so wonderful stories.
See what happens. But for right now, thanks for putting up with us. And if you share it with anybody, just let them know, hey, tell us. We're open to feedback and suggestions. We want to see if this can help to further our adventures. And if not, it's okay. We still want to make sure we share with family and any friends that are curious about what it is that we're doing now that we've retired. So,
Yeah.
yeah, thanks. And good night.
Good night. Thank you. Love you guys.